guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing something super fun. I'm going to be showing you Alien Cosmetics' newest release, In the Dark, now known as Unearthly Cosmetics. We're going to be showing you how to create this look. I'll also be showing you what other products are in the collection, as well as doing a get ready with me. There's been a lot going on in my life, and so I wanted to share that with you. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, thank you so much for clicking on my video. Today we're going to do things a little bit differently because I did want to show you Unearthly Cosmetics' newest holiday release, In the Dark. And I will be showing you the palette in action in the first portion of the video, so that if you're only here to see information and swatches and this look on the palette, you can see that. I will be leaving timestamps down below so that you can also check out the final look. But the second portion of the video will be a get ready with me. I've been gone for quite a while and I wanted to update my community on what's been happening. If you don't know, my family and I got really sick with COVID, severe COVID pneumonia, middle of October, and this week was 8 weeks that my husband's been in the ICU fighting for his life, basically. And so I wanted to share all about that. But again, I'll leave timestamps down below because if you're new, you might not be too into that, and I totally respect that. So I want you to be able to see all of the information on the collection and then see the final look at the end. Now, this video is also special because I've been gone for a while and I wanted to do a giveaway for all of my viewers. And so this video will have an Unearthly Cosmetics giveaway. I'm giving away the Witching Hour palette, which was one of their fall releases, and it's absolutely stunning. And I will also be giving a new liquid matte lipstick in the shade Minerva. I will have the information on how to enter the giveaway, as well as a swatch on the lipstick with my copy of it at the end of the video. So make sure and look around for that in the timestamps. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Oh wait, I'm out of practice. During the video, if you like what you see, give me a like, make sure and subscribe, and go follow me on Instagram and Twitter for fun makeup looks, as well as some updates on my personal life right now. All right, let's go ahead and get to it. Okay, so for some of you that came for the review specifically on the new Alien Cosmetics, now known as Unearthly Cosmetics review on this collection here, I wanted to show you the cute little PR box that I got. And I wanted to say thank you so much to Amanda at Unearthly Cosmetics. She's been working so hard lately. I was just excited that I got this. I haven't been filming as much recently. I'll share why in a little bit. So I was just very honored that she sent me this box. Now this one is called the In the Dark Holiday Collection, and this is the way that the PR box came. The collection includes a palette, it includes a lip gloss, and a highlighter, so I'm excited to play with all of those today. I am an affiliate with Unearthly Cosmetics. If you use my code YADI10, you will save 10% site-wide. Because I'm an affiliate, I do make a small commission, but I appreciate you guys supporting my channel in that way. This bundle retails for $52. It is still available on their website. What I saw online is that this is only sold in a bundle, and if you are going to order it with other single items like a single lipstick or a single highlighter, anything like that, it is going to cause a little bit of a shipping delay for you. But if you order it with another bundle on their site, it will ship right away. I did see on her Instagram that all of the orders on these collections have been shipping all weekend and will continue to do so. Okay, so like I mentioned, there's a palette, there's a highlighter, and a lip gloss. The palette features 8 shades. You can't really tell in the shimmer from this shot here, but I'm going to show you swatches. There's going to be 6 mattes and 2 shimmers. I mean, really just heavenly shimmers. Really, really beautiful. Then we have this highlighter, and you know, she released a highlighter palette last year with 8 shades, but there was nothing like this in that palette, and it is just stunning. It's this blue highlighter here. I'm going to show you swatches because it's just, you know, lighting issues. We're trying to figure out the lighting situation again. And then it also comes with a lip gloss. This lip gloss looks so pretty. There's like little shimmers in there, like blue specks of shimmers, which I think ties in really, really nicely with the highlighter as well as the palette. Okay guys, so I brought you in a little closer. I did do my eyebrows off camera. I primed my lids using my MAC paint pot. And then I also primed my face, since we are going to be doing a get ready with me with the Bobbi Brown face base, which You guys, I gotta talk about this when we're doing the get ready with me. I'm loving it, and I have combo oily skin, okay? The indoor swatches as well as the daylight swatches that I posted on Instagram are absolutely gorgeous. Now, I do have to keep it real, even though I love Alien or Unearthly Cosmetics, 100% one of the best brands that I've used this year. Towards the tail end of 2020 and then this year for sure, one of my favorite brands. These last two shades, I did have to build them up. The gray and then this shimmer here, they were a little bit drier, a little bit more lackluster on the shimmer. The gray was cool. You just have to build it up. It wasn't like a swatch, and then just complete pigment on your arm. Now that can be a good thing because these are some bold colors, and if you can build up the gray, it just helps with the blending sometimes. Like, I know I'm not totally experienced, so that can be a good thing for me, but I did want to make that observation. These two a little bit drier, this one a little lackluster on the shimmer, but overall the color story is absolutely beautiful. So today I'm going to do one look, but as I was swatching, they're just so beautiful that what I'm going to do actually is I am going to just use it throughout next week, and then I'll post 5 or 6 looks on my Instagram once we're done with the week so that you can get some look inspo. So if that's helpful, definitely go follow me on Instagram. Okay, I've been sitting here for like 5 minutes trying to compare and combine colors. Haven't done this in a minute, so please bear with me, but I think I'm gonna do like some type of a cut crease situation with like a berry winter wonderland frost something. I don't know. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start with my BK Beauty 201, and I'm going to go into the shade Ascend, which is this really beautiful like mauve berry color here. And I'm just going to concentrate this color on the outside here at first. I don't want it to get out of control so quickly. And I'm just barely tapping the pan, you guys, and just barely tapping my lid. Sometimes with really heavily pigmented colors, I find that like tapping is going to be easier, and we're going to be able to kind of adjust as the color gets deposited onto the lid. But that's what I'm doing there. That is gorgeous. Okay, I actually turned my lights down, and I think that it looks a little bit better. You can see a better representation of what the pigment looks like. You guys, this is the most beautiful mauve pink color. It's like a dusty rose. I mean, it's so unique. I don't have this color in my collection. I love it so much. It's a little higher because we're gonna do, like I said, a little bit of a cut crease, but this is gorgeous. Next, I'm going to take my Sonia G Worker 2, and I'm going to go into the shade Paranormal, which is this bright blue here. My sister said Dodger blue, baby, and I'm like, yep, absolutely. And so I'm just going to place it very carefully just on the outside here. Wow. You guys, if you could see just how ever so lightly I tapped into the pan, and this is the pigment we get, which is amazing. I mean, if you're lighter complected than I am, or even my skin tone, you just have to be really careful and tap lightly. But if you're deeper complected than I am, then these colors are going to work amazing because they're just packed with pigment, and we love that. I was recently watching Audra at Home. She was talking about how like she really discovered indie this year, and why this is the like indie is perfect for deeper complected, you know, people that love makeup, for the pigment that you get, the color payoff with these colors, and that she was getting a little bit bored with like mainstream makeup and, you know, luxury makeup or whatever. So I agree. Obviously, we've talked about that on my channel. But I'm just like blending it upwardly because of the shape of my eye, but you just kind of smoke it up and it will elongate your eye. I do have like tighter set eyes, and so this tends to open up the eye a little bit, especially if we're going in with something lighter on the inside, which I will be. So I just think I don't know. I didn't start out that way, but I'm thinking yes. So that's what we got going on so far. It looks kind of crazy, but once we cut the crease and make it a little lighter, it'll be fun. Look at that pigment. Okay, I'm a little nervous because I haven't done a cut crease in so long. So I'm going to start with my MAC paint pot and then see if I need to go in with like a lighter type of concealer, but that's what we'll do. Okay, so now I'm going to take, I kind of just did like a cut crease situation just in the inner, and we'll fix this middle portion here. But I'm going to take this shimmer illusion. Duh, we gotta use the shimmer, and I'm going to just take it on my finger. There it is. It looks icy, but once you put it on, there's like a purple, pink, blue transition. I mean, it's truly like a unicorn shimmer. You guys that have been with me for a minute, you guys know like her shimmers make me go to heaven. Like Ash says, eyeshadow heaven, because they're just so gorgeous. She does it so well. Shimmers were such a big thing this year, and then they've kind of fizzled out a little, which I think is cool because I feel like even my tastes have changed a little bit. But there it is. I'm going to clean it up, obviously, but this is what we've got so far. This is the one that I used for that berry color, so I'm just going to do that. I have a little bit of the blue here from when I was blending, so I'll just kind of very lightly marry the two together. And that's good enough. Her shadows blend so beautifully. Look at that. That's so pretty. I'm going to do the other eye off camera, and then we'll start the get ready with me portion. Again, if you're only here for the eye look and the swatches and the info, the timestamps will be down below, so you can go check out my final look at the end of the video. Okay, let's go ahead and start our get ready with me portion. Okay, so I finished my eyes. This is what they look like right now. I did put a little bit of eyeliner. I've been doing a lot of eyeliner lately because I don't have my lash extensions. So let's go ahead and get into the meat of the video, okay? I'm not necessarily going to be talking about the makeup. I will link everything down below. There's like a couple things I want to mention about the makeup, but for the most part, I'll just kind of give you guys an update. So this is one of the little makeup updates that I wanted to share because I think that I mentioned in the past that I had purchased the Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate foundation at the cosmetics company store. It was a shade too dark, so I gave it to my sister, and I just had like a major FOMO. Like I couldn't get it to work, but I think that it didn't work on my skin. For one, because it was the summer, it's very humid here in Texas, and I have combination oily skin. And this is more of a dewy, luminous foundation. But then two, because it was not my shade, so sometimes it tends to like accentuate things that you don't like to see in your skin. Anyway, update, I went back to the cosmetics company store. I've done this a couple times, but this time I found my shade. It was just one shade down from what I had given Eileen, and it was still like not my fave, but you can't return makeup there. So what I ended up doing is I went with another one that's becoming a holy grail. However, they don't have my perfect shade for this either. It's a drugstore foundation, the L'Oreal True Match Nude Hyaluronic Tinted Serum. I had been thinking about it, and then I saw Lisa J talk about it, so I ran and got it. But, you know, some of you guys might be like, what the hell is her problem? She's literally mixing in a drugstore with a shade and Illuminate from Tom Ford, but it's working and it makes my base look flawless. So yeah, I wanted to say that. Okay, so today's Saturday, December 18th. I woke up and, you know, we had planned all week, Aaron and I, my youngest, my 11-year-old, to go see Dad in the hospital. Now, if you guys are new to my channel and you don't know and you stuck around for this portion of the video, like I mentioned while I was doing my eyes, I guess I should say at the beginning of September, I got COVID, and it was a very mild form of it. Now, in retrospect, after everything we've been through, it was just pretty mild, you know, and I was sick for about a week, but my lungs never really got back to normal. September was a very busy month for me, just personally and work-wise. And then middle of October, just as I was getting better, my entire family gets COVID, but this is like a very severe COVID pneumonia that we all got. We were really, really sick. Initially, we thought that I was sicker than my husband. And so now when I think about it, it just kind of always makes me tear up because it's like he was hanging in there so much, like trying to take care of me and trying to protect me. And between my sister and he were just doing everything I needed, getting my medication and stuff like that. But it's like as soon as I started to get better, he started declining really fast. And so, yeah, it's been 8 weeks since he's been in the ICU. I go just about every day for, about 5-6 times a week. He is an hour away from where I live. So it's kind of presented some obstacles, but at the same time, like, whatever. I'm just doing what I need to do. Today, the reason that I decided to film, and it's been on my mind for a while, but the reason why I decided to film was because Aaron woke up with like a little cold and I was coughing. I thought maybe it's allergies, but I don't really get allergies, So I was coughing and I thought, you know what, there's no way that I'm going to bring in new bacteria to my husband. So I was a little emotional because I wanted to go see him. It's hard to not see him. And then my son wanted to see him. He's been waiting for a couple weeks to see him. So, I explained that we couldn't do that. We couldn't bring the bacteria into dad and God forbid get him even more sick. So I was a little emotional and I thought, you know what? It's okay to cry. And I tell my kids, like, it's always okay to cry. It's always okay to have a moment to just kind of let it out. But it's not okay for me to get stuck in this like depressive state where, I'm throwing myself a pity party all day long. And so I was just laying in bed, and then my son brings in this package from Unearthly Cosmetics. And it just kind of hit me. I'm like, I started this channel because I was mourning the loss of my mom. I started my channel about 1.5 years ago, and it was such a great outlet for me. And I just feel like, I'm going to be off of work for 2 weeks for the holidays just so I can be with my kids extra, And I thought this is a good way to kind of get me going and a good outlet for me. Plus, I can update everybody because it's really hard to do that during my normal work week. Like, there's so much going on all the time. And so I thought this is exactly what I need. I love, love, love this beauty community. You guys have been so supportive and loving during this time. And I love makeup. Like, just because my husband's sick doesn't mean that my love for makeup went away. If anything, it's kind of like, my kids like it when I, like do my makeup and get ready because they're like, hey, mom, like look good, feel good, like do it, And so, yeah, my sister and I, we kind of quickly threw my background together. I had to like run around and find all my equipment again. And I was like, you know what? This is a perfect way for me to try something new. Thank you again, Amanda, for sending this stuff over. But to just funnel my anxiety, I guess, like my pain, my heartbreak into something that I love. And this was the place I wanted to do it. So let me give you a quick update on my husband. He had a really great week and I posted about that on Instagram. And then today, I guess that's kind of what triggered me and kind of almost sent me spiraling is he's had a really good week, but there's going to be a lot of ups and downs during this process. He is on an ECMO machine, which essentially serves as his lungs right now. His lungs are severely damaged by the COVID pneumonia. And this morning when I called, I was like, hey, how's it going? And by this point, like all the nurses know me. They know Anthony. Like I've shown them pictures and like talked about him a lot. So like they also build like this connection to the patient, And she just seemed a little bummed. And I was like, what's going on? And she was like, well, he's just, kind of working extra hard today. We were really hoping to get him off one of his sedatives, but it's not working. So they had to go back up on that. And we knew that. We knew that it was going to be back and forth for a while till we can figure out what his body likes. So just hearing her bummed out kind of like not worried me because I know they're really honest with me when something's going on, but it's just like, ugh, what a letdown. We've had such a great week. And like, I always remain so hopeful that like, we're not going to regress. We're just going to keep moving forward, But it's part of the process, right? So he's doing okay. Like some of the challenges right now are like what I shared on the Instagram. Like his thumb had been kind of dying off. He had an arterial line that was in there too long, and the blood flow had stopped to the finger, the thumb, and the index finger. So that had to be like immediately corrected, and it's been taking days for it to get back to normal. But we do see the oxygen going back into the thumb, and so it's getting better. So we're happy about that. His x-rays had been looking good all week long, and then this morning they were just really cloudy, which shows that there's a lot of mucus in there and phlegm and just junk, you know, that needs to be cleaned out. So that's something that we're hoping we can do today to help him clear that up again. It's called a bronchoscopy, where they just kind of suction out all the junk that's accumulated in his lungs and the fluid and stuff. That causes his heart rate to go up a little bit, and that causes him to work harder to get oxygen in his body. And since this ECMO machine is serving as his lungs, it has to work harder to get the right oxygen throughout the entire body. So if you don't know what an ECMO machine is, it kind of looks like a dialysis machine. He's got a huge cannula, or like a big needle here. It's got two hoses, and one carries the blood out of the body into the machine to get re-oxygenated, like it's pushing oxygen into the blood. And then the other hose is the blood returning and then providing oxygenated blood to, you know, his vital organs and his body entirely. And so it's very taxing on the body, but it's proven to be, you know, somewhat effective with COVID patients. I say somewhat, not because I lack the trust in the medical teams and all that, but I say because it's very new. Like they just started doing this a year and a half ago, so there's very limited information out there. I mean, it's worked with some patients, it hasn't with, you know, a large portion of them. So with him, the thought was like, look, he's young. We're going to throw everything we can at him because he's strong, he's healthy, no underlying conditions. Like if anybody's going to make it, it's going to be him. The problem is that he's also one of the sickest patients that, you know, he's as sick as you can get with COVID. So that's kind of the issue, you know. The ECMO machine seems to be working just fine. He had a major oxygenator switch on Saturday, which was the scariest day in my life, because basically when you can't breathe on your own, the moment they disconnect you from that machine, your heart stops. Like that's literally what happens. And so, yeah, kind of had like a horrible breakdown. I don't say like anxiety or panic attacks. Like I don't say that lightly because I don't struggle with anxiety on a daily basis, but like the panic attack, like not being able to breathe, like just hyperventilating, like, you know, they're just sitting there waiting for me to like be ready, and it's like it was scary. But I had my sisters with me, and my mother-in-law was there, and my father-in-law was there, and you know, I just kind of prayed, and I said, Lord, like, I don't want to be strong, but I am strong, you know? And I said, I just need you to just help the staff, like, guide them. And, you know, I said, I also trust you, because I heard from my friend, and this was so good, so wise. Like, God loves my husband more than I do. And that's so true. And it was actually really comforting to hear that, because it's like, God knows what he's doing with my husband. He loves him more than I do. That means that if my husband's in pain or uncomfortable or won't have a good life, like God knows that. And he's going to work things out for his good, you know, whatever that means for me. Like I have my own story with God, and like he'll work everything for my good, you know? And so I just prayed, and I said, I don't want him to go, but like I trust you, Lord, and that's it, you know? And so, by the way, I've gotten really good at doing my makeup while crying, because this kind of happens, you know, daily. Anyway, so when I was done praying, my sister Denise was there, and she prayed, and you know, I told Anthony, I said, I love you so much, you know that I do. And I just want you to know, like, if you're done, you're done. And I'm okay with that. Like, I'm okay with whatever you do, whatever your body does. But if you're not done, then please just hold on. The switch takes 20 to 30 seconds, but very, very dangerous. And I said, please just hold on. It's going to be really fast. And he did. There's things about people that only their spouse knows, like very intimate things that are said amongst each other that nobody else knows about the other person except you. Right before he went to the hospital, my sister was here, and she actually made the call because I was so weak and in shock that my husband was getting this sick, and I just couldn't think clearly, So my sister said, Yadira, I think it's time. It's time. And I said, okay. So I go in the room and I tell my husband, I said, I think it's time, babe. Like, I just can't help you at home anymore. And I don't want to put you in a position where something could happen to you. And he said, okay. He's like, if you think it's time, then it's time. And I said, okay. And he said, I need a minute. And I said, okay. So he, I walked out of the room, and so he just wanted to pray, like, by himself. And so after a while, I came back in, and I said, are you ready? And he said, yeah. And he just grabbed my hand, and he was like, I just needed to pray by myself. And I said, okay. And I didn't ask him anything, but he was like, I asked God. He said, I made a deal with God. And I said, okay. And I will tell you guys what that is. I think that's personal. It's for him. But he just said, he's like, I asked God to please, please, please help me come home to my wife and kids. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Anyway, I've never really shared this with anybody. So, but I just think, like, I'm an open person. I want to let everybody into, like, what this experience has been like for me. And sometimes through Instagram posts, you're just not able to do that. Anyway, so that's what he said to me. And it makes me emotional sometimes to think about it, because, like, sometimes, it was hard for me to say, hey, if you're done, like, you can go. But he's not. So he showed me he wasn't, because he held on very, very well during the switch, which it just impressed the doctors. They couldn't believe. They're like, wow, your husband is so strong. Yeah, so he made it. So that's kind of what we've been going through. They've been really clear about the fact that there's going to be lots of ups and downs, He's going to be doing good, kind of like this week. Like, he can be doing really, really good for a while, and then all of a sudden, there's a little dip, and it's like, 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. Like, that's just the way that it's going to be. They're going to see if his body will heal on its own, and, his x-rays have been getting a little bit better, but they'll be better for a week, and then they go back to, looking inflamed. And it's the inflammation that we're fighting at this point. But we're going to wait. We're going to give him his time. He's going to do his thing. If nothing has happened by the 60 to 90 day mark, we've been on ECMO for about 34 days now, 35. If nothing's happened by the 60 to 90 day mark, then, the plan changes. And what that means is that then they start more aggressively trying to wake him up out of sedation, so that they can get him walking and strong, because we would then petition for a transplant center to take us to get him a lung transplant. And I'm okay with everything that the medical staff is doing. I trust them, because I have no option. You know what I mean? I trust God and I pray, but I have no option, and I just feel like they're doing their absolute best. It's just crazy to me that he could go from being such an active, healthy young man to like now thinking we might need a lung transplant, you know, and that's just the way it went for us, you know. And so instead of dwelling on like why, like why us, like we're just kind of like, okay, what do we need to do next? Because my husband told me he wants to come home. He told me that he's not done. He's proving to us every day that he fights in that hospital that he's not done. So we just focus on what's next, you know. But that's kind of where, you know, we're at with it. Like it will be a long process, you know. It was really hard, but I had to tell Erin, the little one, the other day, that why does that look patchy? I had to tell the little one the other day, like, we don't really know how long it's gonna be. We just have to give Dad the time that he needs. And he won't come home afterwards. And he's like, wait, what? And I said, he has to go to a rehab facility to learn how to walk again, talk again, and, you know, do all those things. And so we're just going to give him his time. We're going to let him rest. And, you know, it takes as long as it takes. I mean, 1 year. Let's just think worst case scenario. 1 year is nothing compared to the rest of our lives together. And that's the way that we have to look at it, you know? Once I explained like what I meant by that, he was like, you know, better, you know, he felt better, but he's like, yeah, whatever Dad needs, like that's what we're here for. And it's like, absolutely, like that's what we're going to do. We're going to focus on working hard, you know. We are not using this as an excuse to not work at school, to not work at work for me. Like we're going to work hard, and Dad's going to be really proud of us when he comes home. Like, hey, we took care of everything at home so that you could get better, you know? So that's kind of our plan. So we don't know. Sometimes, you guys, people, the problem is that, not the problem, I mean, a good problem to have is that my husband was just so well loved. And like, if you see like his friends and people that are wondering, you know, how he's doing and all that, like these are friends from high school and even younger than that. Like he is such an amazing person, and like everybody that knows him just loves him. And so it's been hard to update everyone, which is why today I thought, you know what? Instead of focusing on the negative, like let me get on there and give them a real detailed update. Just so that you guys know, like just how appreciated you guys are. Like I read everything. I just sometimes, like, not to get overly dramatic, but sometimes like even seeing, you know, a message like, hey, how's Anthony, or how's he doing? Like it, if it's a bad day, it's almost too hard to respond to you and just say, hey, it's not a good day, you know? It's hard. And so, you know, all I can do is my best by explaining to you guys like what I'm actually going through. And then, you know, you guys can see, like, I don't ignore messages on purpose, you guys. It's just, I have to kind of, when I'm able to respond, I do. Maybe it's a good moment, it's a good day, whatever the case. But when I don't, I just literally can't. And that's all I can say about that. But it's not that I don't want to let you guys in. Like everybody's praying, and I think it's so beautiful. Look at that. Whew. By the way, I've been super into my Chantecaille highlighters lately. Ugh, gorge. Now, do we love this? Do we love this? Okay. I saw on Google that like the trend for 2022 is purple blush. Some of you might say like, duh, Yadi, it's been a trend, but I just figured it out. So I went to go pick up this Fenty cream blush because I've had this Powder It Cosmetics ombre blush in purple for a long time, and I didn't know what to do with it. So I just kind of top this with that. But anyway, so that's what's going on. Now, I was thinking that I would do, and it just depends. I'm not going to overpromise here and underdeliver, but I was thinking that I might do like a little bit of vlogging. And I have to figure out how to do this in the best way possible because, first of all, I can't show my husband's face because he would kill me. He is kind of a private person. He would kill me. But at the same time, like the way that I see it is just, I've gotten like a lot of messages from family that wants to see him, and he's under such critical, dire conditions that like they don't let anybody in but direct family. So there's that, okay? But I just thought, like, since you guys can't come visit him, this is especially for his friends and his family, like, maybe I could do a little bit of vlogging. Like, I wouldn't really show you his face or anything. Like, I want to be respectful of my husband. But I can show you his room. I can kind of show you, like, what his machines look like. Maybe we can get an update from a nurse. I don't know about that. But just something to show you kind of, like, what my days go like. I also believe in praying very specifically for things, so I think showing you what my life looks like might be helpful. So that's what I'm thinking. Let me know if you're into that or not. Going in with my Kosas. Oh my god, this stuff is like magic. And yeah, so that's where we're at. I would love to know in the comments, you know, if you have any questions. I'll try my best to answer those. I would ask that if you... I know that you guys just care, but some people will sometimes like say, well, have you told the nurse this? And you got to advocate and you got to fight for him and you have to do this. And what about this medication, that medication? I would ask that you refrain from doing that for a couple of reasons. Like, I appreciate it, but how would you feel if you were the doctor and I'm going in there as the patient's wife trying to tell him how to do his job, first of all? Second of all, I have complete confidence in his medical team. I mean, I have friends that are doctors that even they don't do that. All they're there for is to show support of me, and that's just being respectful towards the medical staff. They want him to get better just as much as I do. But if you have any other questions, like if you're going through this yourself or, you know, have a friend that is whatever the case and want some resources, like I would love to help with that. And, you know, I would just say, like, please keep it kind in the comment section because I don't play those games. You already know. I'll delete your comment. I don't even care. But just keep it kind, be respectful to one another, and just know, like, this is a really tough time for us, and I'm not trying to deal with anybody's stupid comments, you know? That's just not the kind of channel we are. We don't deal with that shit here. Anyway, so yeah, but if you guys have questions, let me know down below. I want to share as much as I can. I'm going to try to record more. Even just recording here with you guys, like, obviously I got a little emotional, like I'm not a brick wall, but even just sitting here, like, talking makeup with you guys or just doing my makeup, you know, makeup is therapy for me these days, has already kind of lifted my mood. So I'm happy about that. Okay, so we used the eyeshadow palette. Now I'm gonna go in with this highlight. Oh my god, you guys, this highlight is to die for. I will insert, like, you know, a swatch so you guys can see, but it's like a, man, how can I do this? It's like a nice pearly blue. There it is, and you just kind of, I don't know. Alien Cosmetics just does highlight and powders and shimmers so well. So we're going to try this on our face. I'm going in with a Sonia G Lotus Detail brush, and I'm just going to lightly dust it. Oh, wow. Guys, see that? Ooh-wee. It is such a perfect addition, or compliment, I should say, to this palette. Oh my goodness. That is stunning, you guys. Stunning. I went a little too ham down in the cheek area, but I don't care. This looks gorgeous. Wow, wow, wow. And this is called Flicker, but again, you buy it in the bundle, $52 for the bundle. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do like a grayish lipstick situation, and then I'm gonna top it with this lip gloss. I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I put some mascara on. I put some eyeliner in my waterline. This is the NYX Epic Wear liner in Blue Trip. Just to kind of give it like an icy look to put it together. I really like the way that it turned out. I mean, now you guys know, this is why I thought the best way to get myself out of that funk I was in this morning was to just film because makeup is therapy. Makeup is fun if you want it to be. And so I really like the way this turned out. Now, I have the Rimmel Stay Mad Liquid Lip Color in Lethal Kiss. It's like a liquid matte, but it's like gray with like a little bit of earth undertones to it, but it looks great. I thought this would be the best base for this lip gloss, and I wanted to show you what the lipstick looks like without the lip gloss so that you can see what this will do to your lips. But let's try it. This is so beautiful. Like I said, there's like little blue shimmers in it. It's so pretty. Let me show you a quick swatch. I did post a swatch on Instagram, but that's what it looks like. Look at how pretty that is. It's got like one of those flatter doe foot applicators. And I'm just going to cover my entire lip with it. Okay, so that's what it looks like. This is the final look. I didn't put eyeshadow on the bottom. Oh my God, let me just see. Do I want to put eyeshadow on the bottom? Wow, Yadi. I'm out of practice, you guys. I actually think I like it, especially with the pop of that icy blue eyeliner. So I'm just going to leave it. It's daytime, whatever. I like it. This is very goth, very icy, very snowy looking. I absolutely love everything that I tried. This palette, you guys, I mean, I hate to say it. Well, I don't hate to say it. Like, I just love everything that Unearthly, formerly Alien Cosmetics, does. I just think that she's so good at like working with the labs to formulate these shades or to pick the shades that she knows are going to work well. I know that she will pick out shades that the labs have for her, but then she'll work on the formulation a little bit, and I just think she does a great job every time. Again, the only two shades that were meh were these two, but I just think that in using them, they're still going to be absolutely gorgeous. So I'm not mad about it. Beautiful, beautiful job. Congratulations on another amazing release, Amanda. Yadi 10 will save you 10% site-wide. If my code is wrong, because I've been out of practice for a while, it will be listed in the description box below. I love, love, love the highlighter. I think it's so gorgeous. And I just love the lip gloss. Great job. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what your thoughts are. If you have any questions about what's going on with me personally or anything like that, leave them down below. Also, go follow me on Instagram if you're interested in getting more updates on what's happening with Anthony, my husband. Okay, giveaway rules. Now, recently I got PR from Alien Cosmetics or Unearthly Cosmetics, and they sent me all 12. Well, they thought they sent me all 12 of their new liquid matte lipsticks. I'm going to pick up the shade that is missing. The reason that it's missing is because I got a double of one of the shades. And so what I thought that I could do for this video, since I have been gone for a while, is I want to do a giveaway. So I will be giving away one of these new liquid matte lipsticks, which are amazing, amazing, amazing quality. You guys already know that I just love her liquid matte lipstick formula. This is Minerva. That's the shade that we have here. And then I will be giving away her Halloween palette, The Witching Hour. I hate to say it, but I didn't even get to touch it because it was during a time that my husband was so sick. And so instead of, you know, digging my grubby little fingers in this and, you know, using it once and then not having the time, I wanted to share it with somebody so that you guys can experience the quality of the products as well. I do see that this is sold out online, so this is a pretty sweet little giveaway that we're doing here. I'm going to swatch my Minerva shade of the lipstick that I'm giving away. I'm not going to open the palette because, like I said, with COVID and everything, you don't want to be contaminating or exposing to air if you don't have to. But this lipstick is going to go so perfect with that palette, and I'll put a picture up here, but check that out. Look at how gorgeous. It's like red, but a little bit of an orange undertone. This is going to be amazing with that palette. So I'm excited to share it with one of you. Okay, so the giveaway rules are simple. All you have to do is be subscribed to my YouTube channel. I will double check. You have to leave your Instagram handle down below and follow me on Instagram. And then you will be entered to win this amazing giveaway. So good luck to everybody entering. And thank you so much for watching if you watched until this point. It's been a really different time in my life, but at the same time I feel like there's so many of us globally that are going through this, that have dealt with a loved one, being sick with COVID. Maybe not to this extreme for everyone, but at the same time, like, I just think that this is something that we can globally connect to, because a lot of us have been affected in one way or another by COVID. So I don't know. I'm just an open person. I just wanted to share with everyone, because I find comfort here, and I find a lot of love and support. So I just wanted to say thank you. Let me know if you'd be interested in seeing kind of what the whole setup is with Anthony, and if you want to see what a day in my life looks like right now during this time for us. And I will consider filming that. I think that would be important, especially for his loved ones and family and friends out there that really wish they could visit. So I think it would be hard, but I would be willing to try. So just let me know if you want to see that. All right, I will see you guys next time. This is probably a horribly long video, but I've been gone for so long. I love you guys so, so much. I will see you next time. We'll see you when. All right, bye.